the activation, right? Activating a phone.
Right.
How long ago, or how long has it been since you've activated a phone?
It was like a year and a half.
Okay.
It's about somewhere around September of 2017. Where are we now? 17.
Yeah, 2017. Okay. And you said that you didn't do it by yourself. So can you talk to me a little bit about what you did and how you did it?
Yeah, I just took it into the Verizon store.
Okay.
And of course, they took care of me and handled it, so it was pretty seamless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall any obstacles.
Right.
And it was pretty quick as well.
Did you have any requests? So as they were activating your phone, was there anything that you asked for specifically as they were, doing your setup, or?
It's been a year and a half, but I definitely would have been concerned about my contacts, and so making sure that all
right
was still there at the end.
Okay.
That more or less the phone is, everything is there on the new one that was there on the old one, understanding that, some things have to be done, some updates have to be done. I understand that, but for the most part, it's all still there as it was before.
Okay, so when you say all still there, what exactly are you talking about? Okay, apps, okay.
In the contacts.
Apps and contacts, okay. And were they able to do that?
Yeah, no much of a hitch.
Okay, is that something that you could do yourself?
Yeah, I could do it myself, but I was there.
Right. Okay.
So I let them do it.
Okay. Anything else that you would consider a pain point the last time that you did this? Any challenges? Anything that was difficult?
No, not with the activation. Mm. They didn't have the right color phone, but I put a case on it anyway.
Right. Okay. And when you got home, was there anything where you're like, oh man, I wish I would have, or they forgot to?
Again, it was pretty positive experience.
Okay. This one, after you started using the new phone, what was missing or things you discovered you needed? You said need to, I can't read that.
Update password.
Update passwords.
Right, that's just
what do you mean by that?
Is because it's a new phone, then a lot of the apps recognize that it's a new phone, and they're going to request that you put in all you have to go back and put in your actual passwords instead of it being memorized.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
It's just a little bit of a hassle, but it's understandable. I don't think there's a way around it.
Okay. And then for any additional information, you said a website. And what do you mean? Where are you?
Like to the Verizon website, the portion that refers to their phone service.
Right.
And also I was in store, so if I had the questions that I needed answered in store. I actually went in store prior to the activation.
So even before you...
I was getting information about the plan as well, and also about the process. So, pretty diligent.
Okay. So what we're going to do, and this is very similar to what you did like a year and a half ago. The only difference is we are going to speed through the activation process. Okay. So the first part of this is just looking at a video, and this is with TracFone Wireless. Okay. So we are going to observe or watch a video that is taking us through the activation process online. So I will stop at a certain point just to make sure that you understand what you're seeing, but this is a web activation. Okay. So this is after they selected activate. You saw the different banners up top or the different options up top. Okay. This is selecting, basically that you have a phone. When you activate service, they want to know what device you're activating. So this is a little help card that basically has the number that they need, and this is the device serial number that's being activated. Whether or not you want to keep your number, some folks want a new number, other folks want to keep their old number, zip code, so that way you can get a number to your area as well as make sure that you're getting the best coverage for your area. This is prepaid, so you're essentially paying for your service in advance. So you buy these airtime service plans, and they have a PIN number. So here you're just entering the service plan PIN. Here, whether you're logging into an existing account or creating a brand new account, it's taking you through the different data fields that are being asked if you're creating a brand new account. Now that the activation is done, steps to set up your phone. So just basic instructions. And then after that, a summary of the service plan that you just purchased. And that's going through an activation. So what we're going to talk about next is when you did the activation last time, you had help. You had someone that pretty much did everything for you, right? So they activated your service. Anything else that you wanted, they took care of it, right? So in this scenario, you're on your own. And keeping in mind the things that you feel are important, we want to customize that experience and have your help with determining what is most important immediately after you get done activating. Okay?
So once it's been activated.
Exactly. So immediately follow. So I'm going to play what it looks like. And then we're going to talk about what you're going to do in order to help us determine what should be in the top priority. Okay? So immediately following your activation, there was the little icon that basically says begin setup. And now you have a menu in front of you. You need to set up your service, complete the steps below to begin using your phone. There are options here I don't necessarily want you to pay too much attention to because I want your help in determining what options should be here. So I'm going to play it so that you can see what a tutorial looks like, and then we're actually going to set it up so that way I know what you would find most important or most helpful here. So the tutorial, so they selected transfer contacts. It's just taking you through a brief tutorial on how to transfer contacts. And since this is a checklist, it's basically the same process. So you click on transfer contacts, it walks through some steps. Click on voicemail setup, walks through some steps, etc. Okay? So now what we're going to do, this is a cardboard version of what you just saw. Okay, so same, similar. Okay, of course. So what I want your help doing is from all of the choices that we have here, I would like for you to pick the top 4 in order of most importance. So most important to least important, only 4. Before we pick those 4, I just wanted to get your understanding of what you think each one of these buttons would lead to or what they mean if you selected them. Kind of keeping in mind what happened here, right? So it launches into of whatever the button is. So based on what you think it is, rewards program.
Rewards program, what I think it is. Through TrackPhone, I'm sure that perhaps the more you use it, you get rewards to buy certain products.
Okay.
Is that the gist of what you're looking for?
Yeah. So essentially, if I press this button, what information would I start getting? Okay, shop phones.
It's going to give you a tutorial on how to go out and purchase phones to use with track phone.
Okay, help and support.
Pretty straightforward. If you need any assistance with the track phone and track phone service, it's going to be there. And how to access it.
Okay, transfer my pictures and contacts.
We have a tutorial on just that process on how to transfer your pictures and contacts.
Okay, service plans comparison.
Obviously, the consumer is going to be shopping, and they'll want to pick out the one that's right for them. So it's going to tell them about how to go about selecting a service plan that fits their needs.
Okay, how can I pay?
Again, a tutorial about the different ways that a person can pay for their service through TrackPhone.
Okay, download my account app.
And information about the process of how to download the account app.
Okay, and what do you think the account app is?
The account app will be an app on the phone where the person will be able to select that app, and there will be information about their particular account and their account services, all the information involved with their personal account.
Okay, Wi-Fi calling.
Wi-Fi calling will be a tutorial on how to utilize that service, Wi-Fi calling service.
Okay, what is Wi-Fi calling?
Wi-Fi calling is calls that are generated over the Wi-Fi as opposed to over a cellular network.
Okay, international calling.
International would be important to people that are calling Canada, Mexico, and Europe to give them information about how they can use that feature.
Okay, coverage map.
Again, very important to know the user what areas are covered, because not everything is covered here in the United States.
Okay, protect my phone.
I imagine they're giving information about either how to insure it or also in case of loss, damage, or breakage.
Okay, how-to tutorials.
There'll be a tutorial about how to do various things with the phone, the track phone, and also the service.
Okay, voicemail setup.
Very important. Walk the client, the customer through the steps it takes to set up their own personal voicemail.
Sign in account.
Show the person how to actually sign into their account.
Okay, test your data. I think that's right.
Test your data. You got me on that one.
Okay.
What would that be? You can tell me?
I am going to tell you. And how to check my balance.
Tell you. There'll be a tutorial on how the person can go about and find out what's remaining on their track phone service balance.
Okay. So test your data is ways to confirm that data is working on your phone. So essentially making sure that you have access to the internet without being connected to Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
What would you have called it?
What would I call that?
Yeah.
So you.
Yeah, because this reads test your data.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to you.
Read that back to me.
Ways to confirm that data is working on your phone. So essentially, if you don't have data, you can't access the internet. So what would you have called it?
Hmm.
So if you need to check to make sure that your internet works.
I'm not thinking anything better than that. It just stopped me.
Right.
What I do a lot is I test the speed of it.
Right.
Wherever I'm at.
Right. Just to see how quick it is.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Okay. So but this didn't necessarily mean internet to you.
No. I
Okay.
didn't. Yeah. It kind of threw me off the data. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I have to think about that. I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay. So now what I'd like your help with,
Okay.
you can come up here, is you have, of all of the options that are available, you can only pick 4. and you're going to put them in order of most important to least important. For the ones that are on little magnetic clips, if you wanted any one of these, just pull up the clip, take it off. There's the stuff on the back of each one, so you can pick whatever ones you want.
So, I mentioned this.
So that's number one.
Yeah.
And why is that number one? Transfer my pictures and
I
contacts.
mentioned at the very beginning, I mean, in our phones, the contacts, I mean, for a lot of us,
Yeah,
if we lose that, you know, that's a lot of work over time. That's
Right.
basically put in there. So
Yeah.
we always want to make sure that, I mean, I want to make sure
Right.
that is taken care of. And I would think there's a lot of other people who think that's important as well.
okay. So that's number one on your list.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to change it, right, as I'm going through.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
As I start putting them up there.
Yeah, absolutely. Service phone.
I just want to make sure that they're actually purchasing a physical phone or they're.
So with service plans, there are different, so in the postpaid world, a calling plan determines how much minutes and data you have or text messages. This is basically saying you have a portal that will let you compare all of those plans.
But they don't have anything yet. They have to purchase a service plan.
Correct.
Right. Correct. I would imagine that's pretty important.
Okay.
To figure out what plan you want.
Okay, so you're saying this because you have not purchased anything yet and you want to be able to look to see what options are available.
Right. Because that's why I'm a little confused because the dog reactivation, did they already have the phone and service?
So in order to activate, you would have had to pick a service plan.
Okay, so then that's just for,
Okay.
because that's already, this
But that's
is for the future.
But that's also a good point because you're looking at it in the context of, okay, if I get my phone set up and maybe this is part of that initial setup, then this is a very important second step.
Right.
Okay, so I see what you're saying now. But yeah, if you've gone through the activation, you would have already picked a service plan.
Right. So that's for the future if you want to make maybe some changes to the service plan.
Okay. So voicemail setup?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're saying. The calls go through data, but this is an option as well. Do all calls go through data?
So Wi-Fi calling in this scenario is just an option or a tutorial on how to set it up.
Right.
But, you know,
If you didn't set it up, every calls would go.
yeah, the calls would still be fine, yeah.
Now, when a person's got to this point, does he already have his phone, or is this if they want to shop for the phone?
Correct. So at this point, you have your phone, you've set it up. So sign into account is create or log into my account, and protect my phone is just, as you said, accidental or insurance for accidental damage, cracked screens, water, drops, spills, etc.
Right, so. I'm not gonna limit it.
Well, but so what else stands out then?
Yeah, I have to check my balance would be important on a plan like this.
Right.
It would always be changing.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty okay with these here.
Okay. Well, are you debating any of them?
No, just that would be like 4.5.
Okay, so checking your balance would be close to your top four.
Yeah, I'm right down here. Protect my phone.
Okay. So now I want you to look at this. So after we've gone through, you know, the different tutorials that you have here based on your main priorities. The next thing is another resource centers, right? So you're done with your simple setup. Any information for popular topics are going to be found here. So now what I'd like you to do is the options for the most part are the same.
Right. So I wouldn't duplicate it.
Now, top 6 from most important to least important.
We're not duplicating anything, right?
You can if you want to.
Okay.
So keep in mind, this is your like initial setup. So check, check, check. Now I'm here.
These are still tutorials.
Tutorials, additional information, other references. So check your balance. You would have top. That was your 4.5. It's now your. Help and support has to be somewhere. Okay. Download my account app. And why'd you pick that one?
I think I myself and I think other people would want to know how to, they want that app on their phone. So
Right.
They want to make sure that they're able to download it.
Okay. Coverage maps. Okay. And why did we pick that one?
Again, I think it's important, maybe not here because we know we got coverage and travelers like this. But
Right.
as you're traveling,
Uh-huh.
you want to know how to get access to them.
What is that one? How
How can I pay?
can I pay?
Close to support.
Okay.
This will cover everything again, right?
Okay. So how can I pay is explanation on different ways to refill your service or buy service.
I think you do it like maybe like Walgreens and whatnot. You do that at different places.
Yeah.
That's pretty important.
Okay. Coverage map, so just to determine where you can get coverage. How-to tutorials, device tutorials, and user manuals. And help and support, FAQs, and contact us. So thinking about what you've done in the past, is there anything else missing?
Only thing missing out of all these.
Yeah. Anything that you've done, anything that's important, you needed help with, you've called for,
Right. Trying to get back there.
something you do every single time, you switch phones or
Right.
set up service.
Can't think of anything.
Are there any on here that you are battling with as far as, you know what, maybe?
Yeah, the rewards program. That's something I would be interested in. See, like international, that's a certain demographic.
Right.
Not everybody needs that.
Uh-huh.
Some people.
Okay,
Since I have the other ones, I don't want to duplicate.
right, okay.
Firefighter calling, but it's going to end up in here somewhere.
Okay. And then the rewards program?
Yeah, I still think it's not as important as these.
Right.
So,
Okay.
7 and 8.
Okay, so these two aren't your top 6, but they're something that you're
International calling, shop phones.
right.
The person already has their phone.
Uh-huh. Okay. Anything else? And other than, so on this one, are you confident about your top four, or were there some that you're like, you know what, it's close? You said that, what was your 4.5? Oh, your 4.5 was check my balance, okay?
That's why I didn't know.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I'm still confident that these, I mean, for me personally, these are the steps I would take.
Okay.
First steps.
Perfect. All right. And that was it.
That's it.
That is it.
If I have more information for you,
No.
more ideas.
No, this is exactly what we wanted.
Oh, really?
You were perfect.
Right.
And you know, it's the first time I heard that here, I thought it was the air conditioning.
Right.
Yeah, so back to the head.
They have, in a priority, and
Okay.
the things disappears.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay.
I normally change it randomly, so to be sure that, I'm not picking up based on location.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
know that it seems that they are not, but I think it's,
just think you just want to eliminate that.
this is random, so
Yeah.
if I put the location, something that was up high and now it's lower.
I think I'm going to try something different. I'm going to take this overlay. Let's try it out. I'm going to put transfer my pics and contacts down here. Because that seems to be like the most important so far.
Yeah, they will find it.
They will find it, don't worry.
So the whole point is that, so because, in supermarket, they would have your level, what they want to have.
Yeah.
Higher when it's higher prices and lower when it's, cheapest. But